So the new week of the new raid it's just ending in a few hours, and I wanted to talk about my experience as not my first time, but definitely my first time since being a Guild Wars 2 player, in trying to, and definitely the first time trying to get cutting edge and Hall of Fame in a WoW patch. And it's actually been pretty fun considering I haven't played WoW in a while before this, and coming from Guild Wars 2, being a player of WoW, quitting and then coming back to Guild Wars 2, and actually never tried to do a very difficult stuff like this. It's been honestly a very interesting experience, and I want to talk to you about how it's gone, but how it's been. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content on this. Follow me on Twitch because tomorrow we're doing heroic splits, I guess. And on Friday we're gonna do some Mythic, but we're gonna see how we get some good vault gear, and hopefully I get my weapon because I haven't gotten it. I'm very sad about it, or maybe a tier piece so I can get the 4th tier, which will be very nice. So how did it ended up going? I did a lot of preparation, or honestly, to be able to get to start this patch. I actually had 2 characters pre-geared up in order to do split runs, in order to get better gear and to progress as much as we could in the first week. I also had the patch come out at around 2 a.m. my time, so it was very difficult for me to wake up at that time, or be able to what I would have had to essentially be awake for the whole day, and then keep going after the same day, and actually had to raid the day after at around 3 p.m. my time, so it was honestly impossible for me to actually do this. So what I did instead was on Monday I didn't sleep at all. I be prepared. At night, and then I didn't sleep at all at night, and then I went to sleep at around 5 a.m. Woke up at around 1 p.m. Then kept doing little naps until it was 2 a.m. and I ended up streaming a bit of Guild Wars 2 beforehand around 10 a.m. and then 10 p.m. and then stayed up until the patch was gone, until the patch was up, and we could start blasting some Mythic Plus, so we could get some gear prepared for the raid and be sure to blast and be ready, right? I brought a lot of snacks. Actually, it was actually I brought some some cereal. I actually have it right here still. Didn't eat all of it. Got some Red Bulls. Got some peanuts as well for some good nutritious value, right? And I got some cereal bars as well. Ended up helping me a lot, get out of this fucking seat and actually blast and be able to play all day long without having to stop and go get or cook some food. It worked out pretty fine. I was definitely very tired, even though I slept for the whole day, but I was, awake enough in order to do some Mythic Plus. I ended up starting to I did the Everbloom because it was on the top of the hour. Get some, got a 467 piece of gear with Veteran. I ended up doing I didn't do the wall boss, didn't get anything, and then I started doing some Mythic Plus. It was kind of hard to get into a group. All my teammates were, there's a few guildmates of me that were actually blasting with their own teams, and I was the only one alone, so I ended up having to pug everything because most of them, all the people were asleep, because it was very early for EU, which I play with EU players, right? Ended up bugging. It was a bit hard to get into groups, but I ended up making it work. I tried to make my own key. No one joined in. Unlucky. I guess I didn't have that great of a of a rating for last season, so I guess it makes sense, right? I did end up doing a few 11s, a few 12s, did get some worm crests, get a bit of gear, and starting to get familiar with the amount of with the new dungeons and the strats and everything, the mechanics and everything. Even though I saw the videos on how to do it, I definitely needed practice. I'm definitely if I watch the videos, I'll understand it, but until I get my teeth into the content, I'm not gonna be very good at it. And it ended up working pretty well. Then my guildmates started waking up. I started playing with them, did some 15s, some 16s, some 17s, but we ended up failing all the 17s, which was very sad. The 15s, 16s were pretty well done. I was sad not to be able to get any hero chests, crests, hero pieces, and some crests like that, or aspect crests, but it was still good gear and good practice anyways. I think definitely I don't think the problem was the gear, honestly. In order to do the 17s, I think we were just not very knowledgeable of the dungeons, and we were not doing enough damage to actually be able to make them, which made it a bit harder to for us to actually not only time them but get to them eventually, get actually to them and get those hero pieces for us and gear up, right? Then we kept going for the whole day until around 1. I actually ended up sleeping on stream because I was so fucking tired. I took a little nap for like 30 minutes, woke up, kept going. Actually done pretty well. Night complete. My whole desk was full of food. It was kind of disgusting. I never thought. I know I'm not like Asmongold, guys. I'm very clean about my stuff. I don't like filthiness. I don't like having food all around. It was horrible. I hated it all the time. But you know what? Sometimes you have to sacrifice some things to get some gear and be ready for the raid. And that's what I ended up doing. At around 3 p.m. we ended up going to normal. We did normal splits. One raid with some alts and some of the mains, you know, to get the alt gear into the mains, and another one as well. I ended up going pretty well. We did, I think we did both runs pretty easily, pretty fast, and we had Fridays for Fyr'akk. For Fyr'akk. So we ended up just doing normal. Then I think then I went to sleep. The day after, I ended up doing some Mythic Plus in the morning. Get a bit more gear. It actually do some 17s. I did not get that much gear, which was very sad, but I was, you know, trying to get as much as I could, so I could be prepared for Friday heroic, because we wanted to blast the whole heroic. We definitely wanted to get Fyr'akk killed this week, so we can get the gear, the tier set, everything done. And I think on Friday, well, I did some. I didn't think I did some. I was kind of tired. I don't think I did any Mythic Plus on Friday. I just chilled out, did Guild Wars 2 Meta Train, did the fashion contest, and then went to the raid. And I actually got full renown to get my augmentation rune just before the raid. It was actually very nice. I had my augmentation rune, which I prepared last week. Did a lot of renown farming so I could get it ready, and it worked out just before heroic. It was actually very nice. The sad part is that on Friday, just 10 minutes after we started the raid, not even in a boss, my power went out. There was a storm outside of my house. It ended up making it probably destroyed one of the generators. I don't even know, and ended up cutting the power of all my my neighborhood. I was actually kind of very unlucky. The good thing is I have a little bit of a battery for my router, and I play on a laptop, so I could actually play for a little bit more. I ended up playing for like 30 minutes, doing 2 or 3 bosses in heroic, and it actually went pretty well. I definitely didn't do big damage. I was playing at around 20 FPS. I don't have, obviously, I had to end the stream, of course. I don't have the footage of it, but what are you gonna do? You know, sometimes that's just what happens. I ended up calling them and be like, guys, when are you gonna end this? When is this gonna be fixed? They told me 30 minutes. I waited 30 minutes. It wasn't back in. Then they told me, actually, it's gonna be around 5 hours. So I was like, okay, well, fuck me, I guess. I guess. And then I just, look, I really wanted to get that gear, okay? I really wanted to get that gear. I was very frustrated, and I did not want all my big effort from the past days to just go to waste. I wanted that fucking gear. I wanted my tier set. I wanted my weapons. So what I ended up doing is that I asked my brother, can you drive me to my grandma's house where there is power? And she was like, yeah, I might as well. I don't have power here either. I need to work. Let's just go. And we ended up driving there with my laptop and everything to be able to raid. And I ended up making it to the I forget the name of the boss. It's the boss with the fire circles before the bird boss that you have to fly around. I forget the name of it. And we ended up doing that one. And I don't think I got any piece. I think I might have got a 1 tier piece. I'm not sure if that was on Friday or maybe on Saturday. But hey, I killed the boss. I progressed through it. I was definitely watching the stream on my phone while all this was happening, so I could learn the fights as well. And it worked out fine. It's pretty scuffed, but yeah, what are you gonna do? Then, what happened after that? We ended up going. Oh yeah, I think I did some. No, I think I ended up not doing anything today. I think I did some Mythic Plus after that, a few hours afterwards, because I wanted to be prepared for Saturday. Because we had to do the biggest boss of Smolderon, the bird boss, and well, Fyr'akk. So I ended up doing a few Mythic Plus in the night. I woke up very early in the morning on Saturday, did a lot of them as well. We ended up going to Smolderon. We took a few hours. I think it was like an hour of progression, and we ended up killing it. It was actually pretty nice. It wasn't too hard. It was very fun. I was not doing that much damage though. I started realizing that my damage was not, it was not doing that well. I think at that point I think I had a two tier set. Um, no, 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 that's not true. I didn't have it back then. But I was just not doing enough damage. I don't know. I'm not really sure why. I was just kind of. I think I was just bad at the fight, honestly. Um, and I ended up lagging a little bit, which was a bit unlucky, but that's fine. I was, still, learning the fights. I had to, just get good and practice more to do damage. Then we ended up going to the next boss, and the next boss, it was actually pretty fun. I died a few times at the end. It was kind of sad, but we ended up killing it as well. I think there it dropped one of the tier sets, and I could actually get me a 2 tier set. I went to Valdragon, got my second tier set, and then I read it, but I misread it, and I didn't understand that you have to upkeep Judgment on Red Paladin, and just blast it all the time, and ended up not really taking that much advantage for it. And that meant that, well, even though I had a 2 tier set and I should get an upgrade in damage, I ended up not getting as much as I should have. And that definitely made me, not be top of the meters, even though I was really trying to understand where to put my cooldowns, big damage cooldowns, because that's one of the biggest important parts, honestly. I feel like in raiding, to get a good parse, to get a big damage to the bosses, where to put your bursts, your AoE attacks, and all this stuff. And even though I was doing that right, I was not really understanding the tier set, and that ended up making my damage not as big, which was very sad. But you live and you learn. I'm practicing rotation right now. Well, not right now, but like I've been doing it this past few days, and I'm definitely getting better at it. I understand it now. But back then, it was a bit of a mistake. We do end up very closely getting to the almost killed Fyr'akk, but sadly, one of the things that happened is that we didn't really understand how the seed worked on Fyr'akk. This is essentially the seed mechanic where you have to put it every certain specific moments, for everyone to survive the attack of the boss. And we end up getting all of them at the same time because everyone was like, we didn't coordinate it the first time we got there, of course, because we were trying to progress the fight. And someone said, it was like, guys, someone needs to put a seed right now. And obviously, everyone that had the seed, we just put it in, and and we ended up having no seeds, and essentially made us wipe to the next attack. I think I think after that, a few pulls later, it was actually getting very late. Some of our teammates had to go. We ended up, okay, we're just gonna have to, even though we're very close to killing it, honestly, just one more pull to get there, we would have gotten it. It was like, okay, on Sunday, we're gonna do it again. We're gonna, progress again and try and kill it. Because we really wanted Fyr'akk's kill, because if we do that, we get the tier set, and everyone gets another one, another tier set, and you can actually, get more gear for everyone, right? Because it's part of the, it essentially is the same. If you kill Fyr'akk, if you get ahead of the curve, you will essentially get a full, one piece of tier set, which is for everyone, right? Is really something we wanted first week. We ended up going on Sunday as a bonus day. We took a few pulls, but we ended up killing it anyways. And then we start Mythic. We were like, okay, we're here. It didn't take us that many pulls. Let's just start Mythic. Probably the first boss is actually going to be very easy. Let's go do it. Get some gear. Easy peasy. Let's go. We end up going, of course, and we kill Nalrut as well. Pretty fun boss and pretty easy. I mean, not like insanely easy, but definitely something we could have. We could do. We could pull off, even with just a little bit of preparation. We try and get the second boss, the Rashok's mom, and we wipe a little bit. We definitely don't have the damage at that point, and we definitely don't have the side coordination. We're a bit tired, and we end up having to stop. It would have been nice, and we wanted to go again on Monday, but sadly, it didn't really work out. We couldn't really get everyone in. That meant that we had to not be able to, get 2 out of 9 the first week, which is very sad because, well, if you do that, you would get another piece of myth gear on your vault. But unlucky, sometimes people just, they have real lives. We can't really just, go hard all day, every day, right? And that's completely understandable. And we still did a very good job over the week. It's actually very fun. Gearing, honestly, the first week was pretty okay. I think I had a bit of frustration trying to gear with Mythic Plus. it really felt like, you're like, blast a few, for a few hours, and you would never get the gear that you wanted. Of course, you would get a crest, but at some point you get capped on that one, which definitely sucks. But we end up, we ended up getting enough gear to, be prepared for next week and be able to do 1 out of 9 mythic, which is actually very nice. Hopefully this week we get more than that. Tomorrow we're gonna do normal and heroic split runs, and on Friday we're gonna do mythic again. And that's gonna be very nice, because that way hopefully we get, first skill, null roads. I think we probably can get the second boss as well. And we can see if we can get things like the serpent person, the council at least. I think those 2 definitely are possible for the second week. The other ones are gonna be very, very hard. Those ones, we're gonna need more gear and definitely more pumping. Okay, we all have to do more damage, I think. And definitely me, I am actually lacking in the damage department right now. I am practicing, and now I understand the new tier a little bit better. So hopefully that it makes me, get more gear. Get more damage. I think I'll be able to do it. Hopefully we'll see tomorrow, right? We'll see tomorrow with the split runs. I'm pretty hopeful about. I'm pretty excited about it to see how much have I progressed through this week. You can definitely come to my Twitch in the description and see how we do it tomorrow, how it ends up going. And it was honestly a very fun experience. It was definitely very stressful to be thinking about this all day, every day, but it's been very fun. The fights are awesome. The raid is very cool. It's very dynamic. It's very fast as well, which is kind of how I like my games. Definitely how I like it. One of the reasons why I like Guild Wars 2 so much. So I'm very excited to see how this, if we can actually get Hall of Fame, the top 200 guilds clear Mythic Fyr'akk. We'll see. Subscribe to the channel to see more of our journey, and see you guys around. Love you all. Bye bye.